Mother fudger, I need you to subscribe. I'm sick and tired. I'm crying. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. What's up, guys? Hey, it's your boy, Expel here, and today we're doing what I always do, which is making a video on Warzone. Nothing's different here, except for this time, it's gonna be solos, because the last 2 days, I've made duo. This is the weirdest intro I've ever done. What's up, guys? Expel here, and today, we're gonna be making a video on a solos breakdown. I had a really good game. It was my first game back on after my move to where I'm at now, and I just wanted to share it with you and kind of break it down and explain to you, my thought process throughout the game, because I thought it was a really good opportunity to help you out. But before we hop into things, once again, I would like to let you know that if you're new around here, first of all, drop the video a like if you do want to enjoy it. But second, subscribe to the channel. We are so close to hitting 50,000 subscribers on the channel. If you guys could do that, it would make my day. We're literally, at the time of recording this, like 100 subscribers away or around that area from 50,000 subscribers. I usually don't get excited about numbers, but like, dude, regardless, I also stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch. If you want to go over there and follow, it's twitch.tv/IamExpel. At 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I start streaming over there, so make sure to go follow. And last but not least, follow me over on Twitter and join my Discord. That way you can keep up to date with your boy. Regardless, let's go ahead and hop on into things and let's get you guys a little better. Now, normally I don't start like a little bit into the gameplay, but I think you guys have seen so many videos from me. And if you haven't, I have plenty of other videos where I just go through the beginning and the whole match all together. In this case, I really didn't want to do that because you guys have seen where I land. I have a specific spot that I land at, and I like to hit a specific route whenever I do this to get some loot. It helps me just kind of get everything that I need. But right here, I actually heard a guy coming up. So I wait until he's out in the middle of it, and we just beam him. I put myself in a head glitch situation. I mounted the wall, and I wanted to make sure that I had a better opportunity to shoot him than he would for me. Now, at this moment, I got shot in the back. Yeah, we're hopping right into this, ladies and gentlemen. I got shot in the back, so I want to, grab whatever I can, and then I'm going to check back and see if I can find where the guy's at. So I'm looking around. I see that he's in that window. I'm going to pop a couple of shots, get him to back up. I'm going to reload, and I'm going to kind of reset where I'm at. I just wanted him to know, like, hey, dude, if you shoot at me, it's not going to go well for you. I just want you to know I will literally end your whole career. Regardless, guys, I just want to say, like, a lot of this game really just comes down to timing. And this is something you're going to hear from me often. But it really does come down to that. I know a lot of you guys have an issue with people camping right there. You saw me popping a shot at a guy that was at a recon. The reason that I did that is because, I wanted to get a few shots on him, make him scared and see if he'll go up top here to try and run away from me. And then I'll run up the other side and have a big brain moment where I come and find him and kill him before he can kill me. So, a lot of this stuff just comes down to outsmarting your enemy. So I'm going to run over here. I see that the door's closed, so I'm checking down below. I want to see if the guy is anywhere near. But at this point, I have no idea where the dude's at. I'm just looking around. I don't know where he's at. I was trying to find him. Where'd he go? And then I thought maybe I saw him over on the other side, but I didn't. So I backed up. I'm rotating around. I'm hopping up top. I'm trying to get a vantage point so I can find the guy. And I'm a little bit scared, so I'm just kind of chilling on the rooftop to try and, keep that high ground. High ground is key whenever you're playing in these solos matches, guys. It's such a big deal. Now, I know a lot of you guys really want me to just jump right into the tips whenever I make videos like this. So that's why I always put timestamps in the description of the video. But moreover, I felt like, skipping that beginning looting part is going to be huge for you guys. And I want to know your opinion in the comments down below about how you feel about that. So after looking around for this guy for basically eternity, he decides to pop up in a really weird spot. But I've got this M4 and it's only got 30 bullets, so I gotta, be kind of conservative with my ammo. I've also gotta heal up a little bit because he did shoot me. I'm gonna pop some shots on him. We get the armor broken, and at that point, that's when I decide to go ahead and drop down. Now he pops a few shots on me in the air. Now this guy, whoo, he's got a, so he's gonna pop some shots on me, and even though he thinks he's good, he's really not as good as he thought. However, he did have an RPG, which almost killed me, by the way. Almost killed me there. So be careful to not get killed by RPGs. I don't know what kind of tip that is, but it's really all I've got in this situation is like, oh, the guy could have an RPG. Don't always push in. Now, a quick reminder about how I play this early game, and you'll notice that based on, what I do, but I like to go for cash. And the reason I like to go for cash is I like to get my loadout as early as I possibly can. The reason I go for my loadout is because if you can get your guns early, then you can pretty much win whatever game you want. And that's just the truth of the matter. If you can get your guns early, you'll be fine. But often, You don't get that opportunity. So right here, I'm just looking around for a little bit of cash, and we're trying to make that happen. I like to run the Growl, but I don't know if you guys know this, the Growl actually got a ghost nerf. A lot of people have been talking about this, but there's no proof that anybody has yet. But you can really tell whenever you're shooting at enemies and you shoot like literally a ton of bullets into them with the Growl and it's not killing them. I would like to remind you, it's still one of the most accurate weapons in the game, but at this point, I think it's pretty comparable to the M13. So it really just comes down to your preference. If you want more damage, I recommend maybe going for the M4A1. But in this moment, I'd rather stick with the Growl because it's my gun. It's kind of what I've learned. I'm slowly going to get into probably trying the Growl a little bit, or the M4A1. And that's kind of what I recommend to you guys, is just work your way around the weapons, try some things here and there, and just get comfortable with whatever guns you decide to use. Because for me, I like specific weapons, but if I want to get better at the game, you have to try and use different guns. If you kill somebody that has their loadout, but you don't have yours, you can grab their weapons and actually pop off with it. Now, right here, I had a vehicle coming up behind me, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get him. And at this point, by the way, I did stream this, and I took my hat off, so I was really, really bald, which is the reason that you don't see my face. Now, I waited for that guy, and I thought the staircase was turned the other way. It was not. At this point, I was screaming because I thought I was going to die by that nade. But he had a shotgun, so it was a good thing I kind of kept my distance there. But you may notice that I didn't really aim down. It wouldn't have been a bad idea to aim down, but I also heard a guy coming up right here, so I went ahead and went to the roof. And you'll see that I just kind of aimed down right here for quite a long time. I wanted to make sure that I was not going to die. So I'm kind of listening just about as close as I possibly can, just to make sure that I know whether or not a guy's coming up. At this point, I turn around and I see that loadout's coming in because, I didn't get to bring in my loadout. This guy actually went to the other side, and he's going to drop back down inside if he's smart. I'm not 100% certain. I think he did drop back down, but I just wanted to wait it out and check and see because I wasn't 100% sure if that was the only guy. I wasn't sure if that was the guy that was down below me before. So I was checking behind me at the ladder. Something I'd like to address in the very middle of this video, because I feel like the people that made it here are probably having to deal with listening to me talk constantly. The reason that I make the videos like this is to walk you through pretty much everything going through my head as quickly as I possibly can. And hopefully you guys can pull at least one or two things out of the video. Yes, I know these videos are usually 25-30 minutes long, but I feel it's necessary to kind of talk you through everything that I can and at least help you a little bit. Now, a lot of people get upset with me and they're like, man, this guy never shuts up. And usually I don't fuss about comments like that, but I just think it's really funny that you clicked on a video where you want tips, but you want me to be quiet. You're an idiot. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So I decided to go ahead and run past. I'm sorry, you're not an idiot, but that's stupid. Regardless, I decided to run past the building and just try and get out of here and grab my class. And the reason I decided to just go ahead and go past him, by the way, I noticed there were two there. So I'm keeping in mind that this might be his loadout as well that was sitting beside mine, or it could be a guy from training, but I'm assuming it's this guy's. But I went for my loadout and went past this guy because the weapons that I had just really weren't accurate, and they didn't have really, really big mags. They didn't have, the magazine size wasn't big enough for me to really kill anybody if I even put a full clip in. At least with the M4, I can tell you that. And the Uzi, if I'm up close, yeah, you can kill somebody with one clip, but how often do you really do that? So I decided to kind of rotate back around, and I'm going to probably push to the, the top of the building here. You'll see that right here. And the reason that I do that is because I figured that the other guy is on the other building, but the issue that I have is that he rotated around. So I see he's 16 meters out. I've got my MP7 out, and I've got an accurate MP7, right? That's the reason I set up my classes to be accurate. If you guys had no stock on the weapon and you're just doing, your fast MP7 class, if you're trying to be speedy, you probably would have missed shots there. But for me, I don't want to take the time to switch to my other weapon because I don't have amped on this class. And the reason I don't have amped is because I have tracker. And if you guys don't know, tracker is my favorite perk right now. And the reason why I love tracker is because you see footsteps and you see them for so long. This is a huge perk to have in solos. You're not going to be running into 14 guys like your grandma at her third birthday. Oh, that's tough. 18th birthday party. You're not going to be running into that many guys. So there's really no reason to worry about having amped to switch your weapons. I just recommend running tracker. Now this guy, I'm pretty sure, is just chilling down inside. So I'm just trying to look around and figure out where he's at. Now I'm going to toss C4, but I don't hit him. And I'm going to use the cover to push in. Now I see the guy's footsteps with tracker. You saw the little red stuff. Saw the footsteps. We wanted to try and get in there. So I'm sliding through. And I hit my map like an idiot. And then we just slide and kill that guy. Pretty easy. Not a crazy kill. It's all about just knowing where they're at. And with Tracker, you get those kills. You know, like he could have been in the back room and I would have slid to look at the bathroom and he would have killed me. Or he could have been in the bathroom and I could have slid to the back room and he could have killed me. But the fact is that I knew exactly where he was at. And that's the reason that I run Tracker. So I grabbed all the stuff. I realized I got 12 grand and we're thinking about spending the money. I see that there's a shop a little bit close. But the issue with this shop is that there's often people on the roof. I heard a chest inside the building. I decided to go get it. I really only play for cash at this point because, you know, I'm full on both ammo types. I'm literally just playing for cash. So the big thing, like I said, is that there can be guys on this roof. So I'm checking my heartbeat. And I thought that I saw somebody down below, but I didn't. This guy is just a big dum-dum. Let me explain to you why I say that. Listen, like, I'm not here to, like, you know, make anybody feel bad. But if you look at the way that this guy played the situation, it was just a bad spot to put himself in. He definitely kind of screwed himself over right here. And there was no way he was getting out of this unless he headshot me like 5 times in a row. He wasn't winning this gunfight. That's it. And the reason why is because he jumped on something that gave him absolutely no cover. You want to do your best to give yourself cover. By the way, his name was Taco Bell. I just killed Taco Bell. I don't know what to say. So he just did something dumb, and it happens to the best of us. Maybe he didn't mean to jump off, but it kind of looked like he meant to jump off. You know, like, I think he planned to jump on that and maybe get it killed. Now, you'll notice I called in a UAV, and I want to decide where to go with this UAV. But I do have another UAV. I like to grab 2 UAVs. What I do is I grab a UAV, grab another UAV, pop the first one and pick the other one back up so that I, you know, always have that UAV. Now I'm going to go to the roof of this building. And the reason why is because I want to give myself a vantage point. Now, if you take this high ground, you're able to look down. You might be able to catch the guy crossing in the field, which was kind of what I was hoping to do. But it took so effing long to get up the staircase that I wasn't sure that I was even going to be able to get a shot on this guy. And sadly, I can't see him. So I popped the other UAV. And now I see that he's moving left. So I fly off and I try and catch up to the guy. I have no idea how he got there so fast, but we're going to be moving in as quickly as we can. Now I see that there's a guy on the buy station. There's a guy right here. I want both these kills. I am greedy. So I see the guy on the buy station first, pop some shots, get the kill. Now I'm going to go ahead and pop behind this and we're going to start looking around for the other guy. I saw his head moving around because he's a little bit above on the mini map. You can see on the top left, he has an arrow above his head, above the little red dot. And I can see his head just moving around right there. So I'm going to pop a few shots, let him know that I'm here. Let him know that I have a little bit of an aim. So maybe he might want to back up or something like that. It's all about, you know, like, it's mind games, right? I like to play mind games with the people that I'm against in solos because a lot of people are scared, right? Let me kind of explain this to you as we're pushing up on this guy. Obviously, you know, I'm going to push up. I see that the guy's left. I know that if he's close, he's going to show up on heartbeat because he doesn't have his class set up. So I'm checking the heartbeat. I'm checking the heartbeat. I'm checking the heartbeat. Now, I've got $3,800. I know there's a dead body over here. I might actually go ahead and grab his cash and then grab another UAV. So, like, that might be a really good play. That way I can find the guy that I was just looking at. So I'll pop the UAV. We're going to see he's really far away. But we also have a guy coming down in the sky behind us. This should be an easy kill if I'm not wrong. We should get a nice, easy kill. Yeah, nice easy kill right there. His name is Pile Drive Your Sis. I don't know what you want me to say. But mind games are a big deal in this game. You know, like, for me, I have a 2.5 KD. Yes, it's still going up. I don't know what you want me to say. But I have a 2.5 KD. And the biggest thing about having a KD like that is you have to realize that these people, by the way, I'm marking on the map where this guy's going because I want to be able to push over to him. But you have to realize that these people didn't necessarily get there the same way that you got there. You might, you know, you might be in the trenches. You might be pushing for kills. You might be using your gun skill. These guys are camping, bro. These guys are sitting in buildings, sitting in corners. I don't know if you guys have used the app codtracker.gg, but in this app, you can see the KDs and the amount of kills that people have and the amount of time that they move throughout a match. And if you look at it, top 10 players, 90% of the time, have less than 70% moving time. To me, that means that they sat. They probably did recons and then just sat still and didn't move for the remainder of the game. Right here, I'm trying to, you know, rotate around because he saw that I shot on the left side and I wanted to rotate around to the right to get a different vantage point. I see this guy right here backing up. So I'm like, all right, we got to get a little bit closer. I see he's 25 meters away. He chucks a C4 and that was the longest C4 throw I've ever seen in my entire life. So I want to get cover from the hill. So what I do to heal up, for some reason it doesn't heal up the third one, which is super annoying. It's a weird glitch that I have with armor plates. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. But he's pushed up. What that means to me is that he's pushed to the rock because it's 25 meters away and he was just 25 meters away. So doing the math there means that I should be able to smack him down if he's behind the rock. So I pop some shots on him, get him down a little bit, and we're gonna throw a C4 to finish him off. But like I said with mind games, like, it really just comes down to knowing that these players may not be as good as you, right? They may not have the gun skill. They may not have the game knowledge. They might just be sitting and waiting the whole game out. Now, if you're running against people like that, they might be scared. And that's the reason they've got these KDs, is that they're playing scared. So if you pop a few shots, you might give yourself a second to get a better spot, because they're so scared that they're not going to re-peek you. That's how you can tell like a good player from a bad player. Some of these guys, like, you shoot them a couple of times, they will just show you how big their weenie is, because they will literally hop back out and just start beaming you. Now, this doesn't mean necessarily that they're a smart player. It just means that they have trust in their gun skill to try and be able to kill you. So they may not be that smart to be doing this, but they can kill you a lot of the times based on their gun skill. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you see somebody re-peeking you, know that they've probably got good gun skill and that they trust their gun skill. If these guys are running away immediately, they've probably got bad ping. They're probably not good at aiming. So just make sure that, you know, you're thinking things through whenever you get in those situations. These guys aren't necessarily as good as you think they are. So that's what you're going to see me doing. I'm going to pop a few shots on some people here and there. And the reason that I do that is just to see how they play. Letting them know that you're there might, you know, sometimes it does just give you away, and these guys could be really good and they could just destroy you. But most of the time, it doesn't happen like that. Most of the time, it's really just popping a few shots. They get scared, they run away. You know that you have the advantage because they're not going to be good enough to kill you unless they camp in a corner. And I'm not shouting out anybody for doing something like that. It's a smart play in a lot of the situations, but it does show what kind of player you are. If you're, you know, you're good enough and you know how to run into gunfights and kill people, that's one thing. But it's based on the amount of kills that you get in a game doing that as to whether or not you should be doing that. So it's to each their own, but I just kind of wanted to give my input on playing mind games with your enemy and how that can really be useful in a lot of the situations. Now, you may notice here, I'm actually just kind of running around trying to grab as much cash as I possibly can. And the reason that I'm doing that is because cash is king in this game. You guys may already know that. But cash is a big deal. Right here, I've got $4,800. What that means to me is that I can get a UAV. In this late game, I've already got my self-res. We're playing for UAVs, ladies and gentlemen. That's such a big deal. What I like to do in solos early on is if I've got the cash, I grab self-res, UAV, UAV. I always do it whenever I've got like 12.5 grand or something like that. Self-res, UAV, UAV. That way, you just got yourself covered. You know, you should be able to get that money as long as you're playing correctly. So I grabbed that UAV. I'm not calling it in yet. I'm waiting to see if I can find some people first. A big thing about this is that really, you never know where people are at. People are often going to be using ghosts, but luckily, I'm going to find a couple of people on my UAV. Now, there's a guy over here. He's just kind of chilling. Don't talk about the nose itch. I don't smoke crack. That's not... do cocaine. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't worry about drugs, guys. Don't talk about drugs. It's bad for you. Stay in school, kids. Now, this guy right here, I was just playing the UAV. Whenever I was streaming this, I was calling it out to my chat. I was like, just watch this, chat. This guy has no idea what's about to hit him. And he walks out, and I just beam him straight to the head. And that, I mean, it's just what it comes down to is when you can catch your enemies off guard, it's easy kills. So, with the last bit of the UAV, I went ahead and marked on the map where I saw the last guy. And the reason that I did that is that's going to let me know, you know, where I need to go next to get more kills. Because if you notice, I like to play for kills. I don't like to sit in a corner. I don't like to do stuff like that. It's just not enjoyable for me. Now, I heard some bullets flying over there, so I turned around and I looked. Didn't see anything. I'm going to go ahead and push back to the guy that I wanted to push in the first place. Now, I saw this guy was near a building. So I'm going to be looking around at the smaller buildings in this area over here to see where they're at, because I see on the map that exactly where I marked is outside the circle. So I got to find these guys. I got to figure out where they're coming from. In just a second, I am going to see a guy. I hear the bullets. So I'm going to jump over the wall here, and I'm going to do the most disgusting play you've ever seen. Just one of the rudest things. Honestly, I'm laying on the wall, dude. Literally just laying on the wall. I don't know what you want from me, bro. Like, you got to look a little bit closer at those walls, man. I don't remember if I purposefully let him res. I'm not 100% certain. I usually, you know, sometimes I do it just because I'm streaming. But whenever I'm not streaming, I really don't care about letting people get res. Stuff like that. Sometimes I do it just to be funny on stream. But a lot of people think it's toxic whenever you let people res and then kill them. Like, why? What does it matter? They knew they were dying anyway. It's not that big of a deal, dude. Like, you know, like they're not excited to kill you. It's not going to hurt you twice. Like, it happens to me all the time. I'm not crying to my grandmother about it and asking her if she can make me more cookies because I want to be 270 instead of 260. Yeah, I'm fat, you mother fudgers. Quit looking at me like that. God dang it. So anyways, I saw some people on the mini map because of the UAV. I'm gonna go ahead and mark the guy that's behind me. That way I know where he's gonna be. And this is a really, really messed up thing to do. I could have thirsted the kill on the guy that he just sniped. I chose not to because I wanted the kill. So this guy is going to get knocked here. I'm going to watch that right side. I want to see if he's going to get back up. I'm going to go ahead and clean this guy because he does have self-res. And then I see this guy right here. Pop back up. I want the kill. I want it so effing bad. So this is another reason I run the MP7 with accuracy attachments, because it's going to let me get those kills pretty easily. And then you got the guy run out. Easy clap right there. Nothing to be said. He was running in the storm. He had a gas mask, which is good on him. He played it very smart. He used the gas mask. Most players would have turned around thinking that he was going to die to the storm. I assume at this point that people have gas masks. If they don't, they'll die while I'm looking that direction. I'd rather play it that way. So I'm going to grab 2 UAVs here and then run out. I saw the circle was going to hit right there, so I had a little bit of a, an advantage whenever it came to that. Go ahead and run through this as fast as I can. Now, I knew that there was a guy that I marked over here, but there's a loadout drop right there, which to me means that he's going to probably have ghost. Luckily, I saw him. We're going to get an easy kill on him, and we're going to keep pushing through. Now, at this point, I see that there's 4 people left. What that means to me is I'm one of those 4 people, so there's 3 people remaining. So I got to keep that in mind. But I still, if I'm not wrong, I don't think I have ghost, right? I never got to get that second class. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that ghost. We're going to switch out our growl, switch out our MP7, get our guns back. That way we have the attachments that you want. So I'm going to rotate back into storage. Now, hear me out. This is the reason I'm going to go through storage. First of all, I'm pretty sure I just saw a recon pop through the sky. But second, I want to go ahead and hop on this building and see if I can find the people that, are left. But Storage Town is a really good opportunity to hold cover and not put yourself in a bad spot. Now, this guy's going to hop off the building. Fantastic play on his part. He probably would have died right there. Honestly, if I was him, I may have even just sat on top of the building, which would have gotten me killed. So he had a good play. It was a very risky play, but it was a good play on his part. He played it very, very well. Now, no one has anything but ghost. Everybody has that ghost, baby. They all got that ghost. So I'm looking around trying to find this guy, and you see him running up the hill right there. Now, I'm not going to pop any shots on him. Most people, they're going to see him and just immediately pop shots. Let me explain to you why I'm not. If I pop shots now, not only am I going to alert everyone where I'm at, but he's probably going to turn around and start beaming me, and I'm sitting on a rooftop trying to find people. I don't want to give away my position. I want to wait my turn. If you are not waiting your turn to shoot people, you're in a bad spot. Now, there's only 2 people left. I'm checking the kill feed, or not kill feed, but the amount of players and stuff like that. And I realized that if I can kill this guy, I can kill the other guy pretty easily. And this is where things get a little bit tough. There's no cover over here, so you're in a tight spot. You want to use cover as best as you can. So I'm trying to, stay crouched, stay quiet, and push up very, very slowly. Now, if I'm not wrong, I think this guy might see me before I see him. But I'm pushing over this hill. I'm checking left to right. I want to check every corner, every crevice. I don't want this guy sitting on the edge, because that's what people do, bro. They really, really do. They will just sit there. Now, this guy, he just beams me. He's sitting on the left side of the wall. I didn't see him, and he's just going to keep popping shots at me as I try and heal up. So I'm backing up. He starts popping shots at me again. It didn't even heal the last play. So luckily, that guy got absolutely beamed. I would have been dead here. So I go ahead and heal up my armor again behind this rock. And when I stand up, we got him right there. We beam him straight to the head, and that's GG, ladies and gentlemen. That is GG. 15 kills. Just for you guys. I hope this was very, very helpful to you, but I think that is that's it for the gameplay. Alrighty, guys, that is gonna do it for the video. If you did go on to enjoy, it'd be greatly appreciate you drop the video like, subscribe if you're new around here, and make sure to turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. I also stream over on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, all the way up until 2 p.m., which is when the videos go live over on a YouTube. So make sure to show some love over on Twitch and catch some of the streams, guys. And then last but not least, make sure to follow me over on Twitter. Join my Discord. The links is always in the description down below. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I hope this was helpful to you. I tried to give you as many tips in a compact amount of time as I could. But regardless, thank you guys immensely. Please subscribe. We're so close to 50K. I love you. I love you. I love you.